Okay, so welcome back. And so now what we're going to do is we've got this graph here. So let me back it up here. So we've got this graph, and what we want to do is we want to use this graph and then come up with the function that is represented by this graph. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so with that being said, let's get started. So here's the thing. So again, pause the video. What I want you to do is pause the video and look at that graph and see if you can come up with a function that represents that graph or has that as its graph. Okay, so again, I'm going to walk through, but pause it, try to see if you can figure it out yourself, and then see how close you come to the answer here. Okay, so here we go. So here's the first thing that I noticed. I mean, look at the asymptotes. So the period is 8, right? So you get that right away. It goes through the origin. Okay, so that's good. So there's no vertical or horizontal shift, right? So that's good. Let's see. So what else? Oh, okay. So let's take this one step at a time. So it goes to the origin, and the period is 8. Now, since the period is 8, that tells us, hey, we can solve for b, right? Because p equals pi over the absolute value of b, right? And in this case, since p is positive, and we know this is positive, so we can just drop the absolute value signs here, because b is going to be positive. So that means that what? B is going to equal pi over 8. Okay? Simple enough. So guess what? So now, oh, by the way, so there's no vertical shift, right? Since it goes through, the one thing is symmetric about it's symmetric about the y-axis, and it goes through the origin. So we can see that there's no vertical shift and there's no horizontal shift. So we can write this as, so far we've got pi over 8, right? So it's pi over 8x. Okay, now let's look at some of the things that we have here. Let's look at a point on here. It looks like the graph goes through the point 2, 2. Yeah, it definitely looks like it goes through the point 2, 2. It does. 0, 0, we could use 0, 0, but that's not going to really help us. So let's use 2, 2. Okay? So we're going to use the point 2, 2. And just solve for a, really. That's all we're going to do. So I'm going to put 2 is equal to a tangent. And there's another reason why we want to use 2 is going to make this easy too. So pi over 8 times 2, right? And so what does this give me? 2 equals a tangent of pi over 4. Aha! Which is easy. Right? This is a 45-degree angle. And tangent of a 45, 45, 90 triangle we know is 1. So a equals 2. And so we're done. So this is going to be represented by this function. And that's it. It's that easy.